Mac fans, it's that time of year again. We have waited nearly 9 long months to watch Mac football, and that void was filled over the weekend as all 13 teams were back in action. Welcome to Mac Weekly. I'm Megan Clementi. Thursday kicked off the 2013 season with Bowling Green, Kent State, Ball State, and Akron taking the field. We begin with Bowling Green. The Falcons hosted its season opener against Tulsa. We jump to the second half where it's Ronnie Moore on the reverse. He rushes for a solid 37 yards. That would lead to a touchdown and a 13-0 lead for the Falcons. In the fourth, true freshman William Houston would force his way through the pack not once, but twice to earn his third touchdown of the night. If this game wasn't over yet, well, it was after this.
On the offensive side of the ball, did not show up tonight.
Ryan Burbrink, more special teams dominance from Bowling Green. Burbrink's gone for the touchdown.
The Falcons dominated the Golden Hurricane in the 34-7 first ever win against Tulsa. This was a total team effort as Bowling Green's defense allowed just 273 total yards on 65 plays. Just east of Bowling Green, we find Kent State hosting Liberty University. Rough start for the Golden Flashes. A senior running back and Heisman hopeful Dree Archer was sidelined after only 3 carries and 11 yards. Lucky for Kent State that redshirt freshman quarterback Colin Reardon made his debut, and he did so in a big way. Middle of the first, Reardon passes to a diving Casey Pierce. It's good, and both players record their first career touchdowns. 7-0 Kent State. The Golden Flashes would struggle throughout the second and third as Liberty gained a 10-7 lead. But the fourth would be a different story. Reardon, Chris Humphrey, and Trayon Durham orchestrated a late-game comeback, starting with an Anthony Melchior 39-yarder to tie the game, and ending with this.
For Reardon. Got a man open, 35, inside the 20, 15, 10, touchdown to Humphreys.
Kent State earns its post-game fireworks with a 17-10 victory over Liberty. Reardon, with a spectacular first performance, completed 21 of 28 passes for 194 yards and 2 scores. And he also rushed for an additional 38 yards. Meeting for the first time in 20 years, Ball State took on Illinois State in Muncie. Falling behind 21-9 late in the second quarter, the Cardinals' high-octane offense held nothing back, scoring 42 unanswered points. That is before Illinois State added a late touchdown. Ball State captured the W 51-28. Senior quarterback Keith Wenning accounting for 5 touchdowns, 3 passing, 2 rushing on his 340 total yards of offense. For Akron, Orlando, Florida was not the happiest place in the world. The Zips fell to the UCF Knights 38-7. But you can't say Akron doesn't have heart. The Zips spoiled the shutout in the final minute of the contest when backup quarterback Nick Hirschman connected with a wide-open Amani Davis on an 11-yard strike. That concluded a 10-play, 77-yard drive for the Zips, who ended the night with 250 yards of total offense. Day 1 is over, and the Mid-American Conference is just getting warmed up. Let's see what happened Friday night as Western Michigan traveled to Michigan State.
Second quarter, redshirt freshman QB Zach Terrell entered the game for injured starting quarterback Van Tubergen. He connected with Clark Mussman to tie the game 7-7. Western Michigan's D held the Spartan offense to only 1 touchdown, but it was 4 costly turnovers that led to the 26-13 loss. Corey Davis finished the night with 8 receptions for 96 yards.
5 down, 8 more to go. Saturday kicked off with a tough one.
Northern Illinois faced Iowa. NIU would enter the fourth quarter trailing Iowa 27-20, but NIU's Jordan Lynch would work some late-game magic. He orchestrated a 6-play, 75-yard drive that would result in a 27-27 tie. Jimmy Ward's interception at minute 24 would put the Huskies in the driver's seat. That play allowed Matthew Sims to kick a 36-yard field goal with only 4 seconds in the game. NIU would win 30-27, their first win over the Hawkeyes in 9 attempts. The University of Buffalo entered the Horseshoe to battle Ohio State, and senior linebacker Khalil Mack made his debut on the national stage.
Intercepted. It's picked off. Khalil Mack is going to return it for a touchdown. He's going to score. Khalil Mack dives for the pylon. Touchdown.
Besides the 45-yard interception for a touchdown, he also had 9 tackles and 2.5 sacks to finish the day. in the 40-20 loss to Ohio State. Central Michigan took on Michigan in their season opener behind the strong arm of redshirt junior Cody Cater. Unfortunately, Cater, along with running back Zerlon Tipton, would go down with injuries in the first quarter and would not return. The Chippewas fell to the Wolverines 59-9. UMass faced the powerful running game of Wisconsin, but the Minutemen debuted their own running force, redshirt freshman Stacy Bedell. He finished the game with 70 yards on 19 carries. The Badgers went on to win this one 45-0. Toledo entered the swamp to challenge number 10 Florida. The Rockets were led on the offensive side by senior running back David Fluellen, who ended the game with 88 total yards of offense. Toledo scored a field goal after forcing a Florida turnover in the first half, but it wouldn't be enough in the 24-6 defeat. Eastern Michigan hosted Howard University, and after being down 10-7, the Eagles' offense would ignite. Tyler Benz connects with Demarius Reed for a 33-yard touchdown reception, and Eastern Michigan is up 13-10. In the second half, the Eagles' offense turned it up a notch behind the strong effort of junior running back Bronson Hill. He finished the day with 101 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. The Eagles went on to score 21-0, and they earned a 34-24 victory over Howard. Miami University got on the scoreboard first when Austin Boucher connected with Steve Mark to take the early 7-0 lead. They would enter halftime tied at 14, but the second half, the Thundering Herd were too much for the Redhawks. In the 52-14 defeat, Boucher finished the game with 165 yards and 1 touchdown.
And now we conclude the much-anticipated opening weekend recap with the Sunday afternoon matchup of Ohio and number 9 Louisville.
Ohio University traveled to Papa John's Cardinals Stadium to face Heisman hopeful Teddy Bridgewater and the Louisville Cardinals. Ohio put its only points of the day on the board in the fourth quarter when Ryan Boykin scored on a 10-yard scamper into the end zone. The Cardinals went on to win this contest 49-7.
Now, if you didn't get enough, don't worry. The action continues on Saturday with 11 more games. Catch the first conference match of the season at noon on ESPN as Bowling Green faces Penn State. And this is why we love football season. Thanks for joining me as we recapped opening weekend of MAC football. I'll see you next time on MAC Weekly.